Right. Yes.
And I also thought that movement to defend, or that movement to identify, that was an error or some deficiency, you know?
Yes.
And then I realized, no, it's a play, yeah? Yeah.
Right.
Now it's the divine zone play.
Yes.
So the strength in the defenses, or in the anger and outrage or the reactivity,
Yes.
is the divine zone strength moving to protect itself.
Yes. Yeah.
And that became more and more notable, and I got really fascinated by it.
I think the only thing the divine wants to do is experiencing.
Experience, yeah.
Yeah.
And it also loves so much, it'll move to protect its own embodiment.
Right.
Until what I notice, until the body and the mind recognize their true nature. And then there's not a move to defend anymore.
So how can the body and the mind recognize their true nature?
Well, we definitely have noticed that the body and the mind are very intelligent, right?
Yes.
It's a supreme, non-conceptual intelligence.
Yes.
Yeah? So I just help them see it, because the body also is playing a role of human and object,
Yes.
and in our
Yes.
case, the role of woman.
Yes.
Yeah. But who is it behind that play?
Yes.
Who is the body really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I heard somebody saying once, in all our history, human history of finding freedom, it was never, ever found out what the body really is.
Oh, gorgeous! No, but in that is a wondering about the
Yes,
great
it's
mystery.
a mystery.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So this just being curious, which is our natural talent, draws us near anything we're curious about,
Yes.
right? So that was my delight, is in unveiling consciousness or life in all of its forms and functions.
Yeah.
So
Because if the body and mind, I'm talking about the body now, if the body can wake up,
Yes.
let's say, why can it happen and it realizes its divinity and therefore would move outside duality? Wouldn't that be so? Then why did Raman Maharshi die suffering with cancer? Why did Nisargadatta suffer with
Yes,
cancer?
yeah.
How can that happen
yeah.
to the divine? Well, I can see my own concept in that.
Yeah, but it's a very innocent, natural wondering, because
Yes.
this that we are, right? It has an affinity for gentleness, yeah?
Yes.
It has an affinity for rest.
Yes.
It has an affinity for love and enjoyment, yeah?
Yes.
So then curiosity or innocence wonders, well, why would a sage,
Yes.
since the sage actually is unlimited, not bring relief to the body?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a very old question.
Yes.
Now, each sage would be different, you know?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you experience suffering now? Or is your body, did you, or pain?
Okay. Well, instead, of course, it's not comfortable, right?
Yes.
The old movement would have been to move away from it.
Yes.
Here, this moves towards it, to cradle it, or permeate it, or soothe it.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
So
just that.
everything is taken care of.
Yeah, it doesn't mean, like, I had this funny experience 2 weeks ago where I bought a supplement that I had never had before, and I got this headache. Now, I hadn't had a headache,
Right.
so it was so strange. I have a headache. And so I just soothed it and permeated it. Yeah.
Yes. So let me come back to this integration, and I'm personally interested in that because, and also I'm a fan of Adyashanti. And
Yes, everyone is.
I was reading that you too.
Oh, he's enchanting.
Yeah. So you know him.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I only listen to his CDs. He is talking about that, we have this realization, and then we actually have to start living what is revealed to us.
Yes.
Yeah, but you see it a little bit different. You see, you actually don't have to do anything.
Yeah, in the beginning there's some tinkering, I
Yes.
notice, with lots of friends.
Yes.
They're going to help the unfoldment along, or and that's our innocence. Now, what we'll notice is that the body will give us feedback instantly if we're all of a sudden following a conditioned behavior, or
How would the body do that?
well, it will contract, won't it?
All right.
Yeah.
So, but you have to realize that you contract.
Well, you can't help but feel it, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
If you are in your body.
Oh, yeah. Right.
A lot of people these days, I experience, are just up there somewhere, and
Yeah. But
not
then the
really.
body will escalate the signal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's so lovely is that there's a like a honing signal, so to speak, for what's true. Yeah. And the more and more this sort of listening within is cultivated, so to speak,
Yes.
the more you notice that you just are drawn
Yes.
or respond from what you know is true,
Right.
from what resonates really.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that leads us. Yeah? Resonance.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the dissonance jangles. It doesn't feel right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's actually incredibly simple. It's no different than we might have had a tendency to eat a certain food for a while, but somehow the body is basically saying no thank you. And we might ignore that, override it, and then the
Yes.
body protests. So
Yes.
same here, it's like we can override or ignore, but after a while it's like the body won't let you stray, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
So, let's see how I formed it. I'm just fascinated what you said earlier about bringing the body into divinity.
Well, but it already is what we would call divine. It's life itself. And it has a far more ancient intelligence than the mind does.
But it also has, on a cellular level, all the information of our, of our me, of
Yeah.
our contractions
Right.
and suffering and
Yeah.
so forth. How can you release that?
Okay. See, here's once again, we want to help the body let
Right.
go of the past. Now, it's
Yeah.
kind of fun to look into the true nature of conditioning, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you said at the cellular level,
Yes.
there's all the information, we could say encoding, all that, right?
Yeah, but you also worked with that for some time in
Yeah,
your release.
before this shift.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But what if conditioning is formless? Yeah?
Yes.
Now, the body is also, the scientists have now told us, it's made of space.
Yes.
Yeah.